After the live action filming is completed, most movies are done, but Cameron hadn't shot a single scene yet. He had captured the entire performance but not shot any of them. It may sound confusing to you, but there's a difference between capturing the performance and creating an actual shot, especially when it comes to modern filmmaking. Captured performance is when the entire performance is captured in 360 degrees. Now you can view the performances from any angle and any distance. What Cameron is now doing is actually shooting the movie. He's with his virtual camera, playing back their performances from sometimes months before and deciding whether he wants a close-up or a mid-shot. It's like the actors are giving him live performance. But that's not how people had been making movies. The traditional pipeline was so different. It followed a linear workflow. It still does if they're not deploying virtual production. The traditional workflow consists of pre-production, production and post-production. Pre-production constitutes scripting, shortlisting, storyboarding, location scouting and casting, trying to get in tune with the director's vision before entering the set. From the very first day of shooting, the majority of artists and creative professionals who have been involved in the pre-production lose influence on the project. With the VFX industry getting bigger and better, the number of shots that require computer-generated characters and virtual worlds has increased, and so directors are calling for more VFX shots. By now, the cast and crew on set have got accustomed to almost empty sound stages and blank green screens, which gets tricky at times. Only a small part of the film is visible live on set. Instead of stunning sceneries, there's a vacuous green void. Instead of creatures and characters, the director sees people in ludicrous mocap suits interacting with props. If the director can't see the outcome of the actors' performances, he can never be sure what's the end product gonna be like. It's like taking a shot in the dark, and if something goes wrong, hoping to fix it in post-production. Naturally, the load shifted from sets to post-production, and in the process, directors suffered the loss of influence, reducing to just a reviewer with no possibility to request changes afterward, because visual effects used to be expensive. While pre-visualization helped directors plan shots and staging in advance, it's never enough. There is no room for improvisation. From match moving the camera motion, removing the green screen by chroma keying, manual masking and rotoscoping, creating 3D assets and characters according to the designs and the artworks, often the majority of real stage elements has to be rebuilt as CG versions. After the geometry has been modeled and retopologized, it is passed on to the texturing department for painting and further sculpting refinement, shading, lighting, compositing, rigging the models and including the setups for facial expression with performance capture data from the set and keyframing are done in this stage. And it gets pretty confusing pretty fast. While every department is dependent on each other, there was no way of intercommunication, leaving artists disoriented, and they had to cope with erroneous data, often not knowing what exactly is expected of them to deliver. So how likely it is for the director to get the movie they wanted? Not very. It is no way to make a movie. Fortunately, we have gamers in this world.